Hey, you guys, and welcome back to another empowering episode of O Jackie O podcast. I am your host, Jackie O. This is a follow up episode to the solo episode that I did a few weeks ago on following my passion. So I wanted to come back and give you guys an update on how everything is going. Give you guys some update on the roadblocks that I've ran into. Just tell you all just basically how things are going since I decided to follow my passion. Like, it's going good, you guys. I never expected it to go as good as it's going. I should say that I've never expected to be on this. I'm on episode 6 right now, you guys, and this is like my second solo episode. So everything is going good. It's going better than I expected, actually. So I wanted to encourage anybody, like, if you are wondering, should I follow my passion? What should I do? I encourage everybody to follow your passion, like, because I know that, just doing stuff that, to make money is good. That's good because we all have to pay our bills. But at the end of the day, do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel good inside. And always, like I always say, always surround yourself with good people, because when you surround yourself with people that encourage you, that pours into you, that is a good thing. Like, my daughter has been pouring into me and giving me encouragement and, helping me stay on the good track with this podcast, because everything just hasn't been like perfect, but it has been going exactly how it should be going. And that's one thing that you cannot get past is the God's timing. That's one thing you can God's timing is everything. So everything is going to happen the way that it should happen, or when it's supposed to happen, and how it's supposed to happen. And I'm okay with that. It's not going the way that I want it to go, but it's going the way God wants it to go, and I'm okay with that. So some things that I ran into. Um, let's talk about it. So the only thing that I feel like I've ran into at this point is just trying to get guests on the show, and it hasn't been the worst thing, because I've been doing a lot of cold messaging, like going into people DMs and asking them to be on the show. And that's been going well. Like, it's going better than I expected. I've had people to leave me on read, and that's okay. I'm not mad about that either. I'm not mad about that. So I am okay with that as well. But one of the things that I wanted to mention to anyone who is out here soul searching and don't know if you want to follow your passion, because I understand, like, the most important thing right now is making sure that your bills are paid and making sure that your family is okay. But I would also encourage you to make sure you are okay, and make sure you are doing things that makes you happy. At the end of the day, we all are out here just trying to make it, and we are trying to do everything to make sure our family's okay. But we have to make sure that we are okay too. Make sure that you are following your passion. Make sure you're not just out here doing things to make money. I know that we have to do that, y'all. I've been in that situation, and that's why I'm in the situation that I'm in right now with not following my passion over the years. It's because I've always done things to make sure my kids were okay. And at the end of the day, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm not like totally mad about that. I'm okay. So how are things going? They're going good. I am on episode 6. Can you believe that? I am on episode 6. I'm on episode 6, and I never thought that I'd be like um able to finish a whole. I've decided to break it up into seasons. So I'm almost done with this season right here. I said I was going to do 10 episodes for this season. I'm on episode 6, so I'm almost done with the season. So I am proud of myself, very proud of myself, that I decided to um you know stick with following my passion at the end of the day. I ran into a roadblock with following my passion. I am a 1099 contract worker. So I recently lost my job. no fault of my own, but I recently lost my job. I was called on a Friday at 5 o'clock and said, we are letting you go because we have decided to move in a different direction. As far as we've decided to combine your position with another position, and that's the state of the economy right now, y'all. It's crazy right now. It is so crazy right now. I'm not gonna, I guess, talk about it too much because it's like something that's kind of touchy for me right now. But I have been like just trying to figure everything out. And along with me following my passion, and then this came along, it has been a lot for me. It has been a lot. I've been trying to figure things out, like figure where I'm going to go with this. I'm still going to do the podcast at the end of the day. Like, I'm not going to stop doing that because um, I was excited about doing the podcast when I first started. I was so excited about doing it, and I'm still excited about doing it. But it's just that things have taken a turn, and so now I have to decide, like, what am I going to do as far as trying to pick up another situation or another contract because I just can't do nothing. I can't just sit down and do nothing. But it's been hard. And then I'm realizing that I'm not the only one out here that has lost their job or position in their company. A lot of people are going through that right now, and I hate that a lot of the economy is the way that it is. I hate that a lot of people are going through um, losing their jobs or being fired or whatever is going on with the economy. Um, it's terrible right now. It's terrible to say the least. But I am still going to do this podcast. I'm still going to put my all into this podcast. I've done that. I've done that like since day one. I put my all into this podcast. I've been reaching out to people, trying to get people on the podcast, and sometimes people feel like they're just too good to be on something as small as my platform right now. It's small right now. I must admit it's not as big as I would like it to be right now, but I also just started, so I'm trying not to be so hard on myself, and I'm trying to make sure I give myself some grace. And like I said, it hasn't been the most easiest thing trying to get people on the show, but it hasn't been the most difficult thing either because I've also like I said, I've been diving into people's DM and asking them to be on the show, and gotten some good response back from that. But I've also gotten response where I didn't hear back from people that said, "Oh, I'm gonna send you my information," and I didn't hear back from them, and I'm okay with that. I am perfectly okay with that because I rather deal with people that, want to be a part of what I'm doing versus people that halfway want to be a part of what I'm doing. Um, Losing that contract position has been very hard for me. It's been very hard for me. I am trying not to get depressed, y'all. I'm trying not to get depressed because it's not hard for me to go into a slump. I'm telling you, into um a dark mode is not hard for me to do that. So I've been trying to stay focused. I wanted to do this solo episode, like a follow up, because I wanted you guys to know how everything is going. Everything is going. It's going. It's going. I've had people also, send me messages and ask to be on the show. So that's good too. So it lets me know that what I'm doing is right. Like, I'm going in the right direction. I'm doing some of the right things, I'm not going to say I'm doing everything right, but I'm trying, y'all. I am trying to stay on the right track with following my passion. So I would encourage anybody out there, if you are on the fence about trying to follow your passion, make sure that you are following your passion. Make sure you're doing the things that make you happy. I know I say that all the time, and I said that a million times in the last episode. And I just want you guys to know how important it is, because then you become like me in my older age. I am like trying to decide, like, where did the time go? Where did the time go? It went by so fast. I was talking to my son. I said, time will pass you by. He said, yeah, it will if you let it. You can't let time pass you by. You got to live in the moment. Don't let time pass you by. So I'm going to encourage you all. Don't let time pass you by. Make sure you are doing things that make you happy. Make sure you are doing things that, in line with what you want to do in life. I recently I just did like a 10-minute little video that I wanted to talk about when I wanted to talk about giving people their flowers while they are still alive, you guys. And I think that's so important. Like recently we lost Angie Stone, the artist Angie Stone, and um, my condolences to her family, but that was a big hit to me. It hit me kind of hard because I felt like, people just didn't give her flowers while she was alive. And I wanted to make a video about it. So if you have not, seen that video, make sure you go to my YouTube channel. And it's also on my Instagram as well. I just wanted people to know, like, it's important to give people their flowers while they are still alive. You know what I mean? Live and well, and can smell them and can appreciate that. I feel like that's, very important to give people their flowers while they are still alive. So I think I've already talked about what are some of the stumbling blocks that I've ran into with doing a podcast. Guys, I could not be more happier with doing it though. I'm happy that I decided to do it. Um, some things that I was thinking about doing with the show is maybe going in a different direction with it, with the next season. I mainly cater to women, and I think I want to do something totally different. I want to cater to not just women, but I want to be able to interview men, women. Doesn't matter, I want to be able to. Doesn't matter the sex, the color, none of that. I want to be able to just interview people. I'm still going to stay in line with the subjects of entrepreneurship, personal growth, and financial literacy. I definitely want to stay in that area right there, but I want to kind of move into not just interviewing women. So that's some things that, I'm thinking about doing in the next season with the podcast. And I know, I think that it's going to take it to the next level because I feel like I'm at a standstill with this season. So with the next season, I want to be able to, expand a lot more. And I'm sorry, you guys, I have been dealing with a cold for the last couple of weeks and I'm trying to get over it. So my voice is not where it should be, but please excuse me. But as I was saying, I want to take the podcast in a different direction because I feel like it will take it to the next level. Um, I feel like it was just, I just feel like I just want to expand it, and not just have a platform for just women because there's so much I want to explore with the podcast. I want to take the podcast in a different direction, like because I feel like I have so much I want to do with the podcast that if I just interview only women, I feel like it's not going to go in a direction that I wanted to go in. Like to me, it's a little boring right now. And I'm not a boring person. Like I love to have fun. So I want to be able to pick it up a little bit and maybe go in a different direction. So that's where some things that I've been thinking about doing with the podcast as well. Um, I'm still not going to be any, trying to get into gossip type podcasts. I don't like gossip, so I'm not going to go in that direction with the podcast, but I feel like I want to take it in a new direction. So that's some things that I've been thinking about. So you guys get prepared for that. I just want to update you all on some things that I've been doing with the podcast and how I want to take it in a different direction. Um, my daughter has been inspiring me to just keep going, mama, keep going. And that's what I've been doing. Like I've been just trying to keep going with everything that's going on, me losing the contract, me just trying to get everything off the ground is, I've been trying to, motivate myself to keep going. And that's one thing you have to do. You have to motivate yourself. Even if nobody is gonna jump on board with you, motivate yourself to keep going and do the things that you know that you want to do and that you want to see yourself doing. So, what's next? Um, there are some goals that I have set for myself with this next direction that I want to go in with the podcast. I want to be able to be on other podcasts. That's a goal of mine as well, to go and kind of be on other podcasts so that I can get myself out there, because I'm an introvert, y'all. So I haven't actually been doing the networking that I should have been doing over the years. It's been hard, for me, because I'm just not the type of person that loves hanging out. So that's another thing that I'm going to try to work on, is my introverted ways, try to get past that and be able to go to more events is what I want to be able to do as well. Go to more events and just network, because networking is important. I also want to volunteer, so if you have a 503c and you need some volunteers, I want to volunteer for some things. So, just email me or um, hit me up on social media if you like. And I would be happy to see if I can work that into my schedule. So, and also, a goal of mine is to try to turn the podcast into a weekly show instead of bi-weekly show, because right now the show is a bi-weekly show. So I want to be able to turn it into a weekly show. So that's some goals of mine that I'm working on with the podcast. So you guys, everything is going, it's going. It's not going like bada boom, bada bam. Like I wanted it to be like bam right away. So it's not going that good, but it's going. It's good though. I cannot complain at all. I should not be saying that it's not going the way I'm going, the way that I wanted to go, because it is, y'all. It is. I'm on episode 6, like, and then I have another interview after this interview. So I mean, what more could I ask for? And I know it's gonna be steady. It's gonna be steady, but it's gonna get there, it's gonna get there. So you guys, I just wanted to update you all on how things are going with the podcast, how things are going with me since I decided to follow my passion. I wanted you guys to know how good, y'all. I am battling a cold right now, and it is kicking my behind. I just want y'all to know that. Like, if I sound like I'm trying to grasp for air, or I'm trying to catch my breath, or I'm trying to swallow all this stuff, I'm trying. It is crazy. This cold, I've never really I'm not always sick, so I don't ever get sick a whole lot. So this time though, my daughter came home sick, and it has been the worst. But I've been trying to kick his butt, but it's been kicking my butt. But those are some things that I'm working on for the podcast, and some goals that I'm working on that I hope, I'm not going to say that I hope, that I am going to make happen. I'm going to make this happen, because this is my baby. I've been working hard on my baby, and my baby is doing good. Ever since I launched this podcast, I have been excited about it. It's going exactly how it should be going. So you guys, stay rocking with me, because I have so much in store for this podcast, and I am ready to take it to the next level, and I'm ready for you guys to go along this journey with me. I will update you guys as I go along on how things are going, some things that I'm running into, some things that some exciting things that are happening as well. I'm not going to always get on here and tell you all the bad things, but I'm going to also keep you guys updated on everything that's going on with the podcast. So stay tuned. I'm so sorry I am sick, but stay tuned and stay rocking with me. Like I said, I'm hoping that in this season, that everything I've ever asked God for is going to come to fruition. So I am so excited about everything, how everything is going in the direction that everything is going. So y'all stay tuned, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated. So this has been another solo episode of Oh Jackie O podcast, and I am Jackie O. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I have some great guests coming up next on the next episode of Oh Jackie O. So stay tuned.